first thing we need to do, of course, is make sure we can get the pan up and out. You can see there. Next thing I'm going to do, we're going to get underneath here. We're going to disconnect the flex line, and then of course disconnect the pilot assembly from the box, and we'll be ready to do the swap. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is our flex line that's going to run obviously from the control valve. This is going to carry our gas up into the burner there. The new pan and burner's got a new pilot and flex line on it. So what we're going to do here is just pop this flex line off. Wrong way there. There we go. Okay, now what we need to do is get to the box here. We need to slide the control box out so we can get access to that pilot assembly connections. Pop that button off, battery, and the control knob here. There we go. Now we'll be able to slide that box back through the sleeve. And there we are. You can see what we'll be disconnecting here, of course, is the pilot tube, and along with the igniter. And of course, we're going to be, the thermocouple is connected in the back there, so I'll be getting that off as well. Okay, so the thermocouple's free. Let's see some here. And out comes the igniter wire. And we've got a free pan and ready to come out of there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this thermocouple connected first, and that's because that pilot tube, when we go and connect that, that'll be on top of the thermocouple. This just makes things a little bit easier. Get my wrench in there. Got the thermocouple on. Go ahead and connect the pilot tube here. Probably the most important thing on the pilot tube is just make sure you don't cross thread the brass fitting there. If you do that, you might even be looking at a valve replacement. So we've got really our last connection here in the box. This is our igniter connection. Of course, we're going to add that to the spark generator here. You'll notice down here it's just a little jumper wire that'll be on all of them. So we got ground, the actual igniter, and then the jumper wire down at the bottom. So we'll run that back through the hole in the grommet. That reconnected, and we're ready to get this thing back together. Valve box goes on. If you notice, there's a couple of little tabs here. There are some slots in the box, so you just start a little bit on the back there. Slide that sucker forward. Up the grommet getting in our way, of course. And we're ready to get this back in the box. Valve box slides back in. Oop, a little too far. Get the face plate down here. Last thing to do before we set the pan back in place, just reconnect our flex line here. These do not have to be on here very tight. Remember, it's a mechanical fitting. No pipe dope, no pipe tape, no thread tape, no nothing. Just the mechanical fit. So really all you need to do is get to the point that the wrench stops, a little more pressure on it, and it's all sealed up. So again, as you can see, with the new torpedo burner, we get a much taller flame. Of course, it kind of levels out the media a little bit better. There's no venturis on our torpedo burners, on our raised ports here. So again, much quieter than a lot of nozzle burners out there. Much taller flame height. And really about the only thing you need to keep in mind when you're actually adding one of these torpedo burners is, again, if you can take a look at the ports, we can't exactly cover up the ports as we do on our standard burners there. So again, once you get the media in there, it's a matter of making sure those ports are exposed. You can bring the media up to the top of the port, that's not a problem. Again, we don't have the venturis on the side of the port itself. So that media can come all the way up around that port there. But there it is, our much smaller blowout box and our new torpedo burner.